What's up, developers? Raheem Kareem here. And in this episode of DevOps Get Started, we're zooming out because DevOps isn't just a concept, it's a career path. Let's talk about roles in DevOps, the skills they require, and the tools they use, especially in the cloud. Here are some core DevOps adjacent roles. A DevOps engineer focuses on CI/CD, automation, and deployment pipelines. A site reliability engineer keeps systems running smoothly with an emphasis on reliability and scaling. A platform engineer builds internal tooling and manages infrastructure. And then a cloud engineer works with providers like AWS, GCP, or Azure to deploy apps and cloud services. Up to this point in the series, we've talked about tools, pipelines, environments, and production systems. But DevOps doesn't exist in a vacuum. It exists inside organizations, run by people with real roles and responsibilities. Now, this blueprint is called the DevOps Jobs and Organizational Chart Framework, and it can represent both agency-based DevOps teams and in-house DevOps organizations. For this episode, though, I'm going to focus on the in-house perspective, because that's where DevOps maturity, ownership, and long-term impact really show up. At the center here is the in-house DevOps organization, acting as a connective layer between development, operations, and governance. On the development side, you'll see roles like front-end developers, back-end developers, software engineers, test automation engineers, and DevOps engineers. These roles are closest to code. They're building features, writing tests, and pushing changes through pipelines. On the operations side, we move into system administrators, network engineers, cloud architects, release managers, and infrastructure specialists. These roles are responsible for uptime, scalability, reliability, and keeping systems healthy after deployment. And then there's governance, a side of DevOps that often gets overlooked. Here we have security and compliance engineers, compliance officers, project managers, and business analysts. These roles ensure that speed doesn't come at the cost of risk, regulation, or business alignment. In an in-house model, DevOps isn't something you outsource, it's something you own. Knowledge stays inside the organization, feedback loops are tighter, and accountability is shared across teams, not handed off. This framework can help you understand where you fit today and where you might grow tomorrow. No matter the title, you'll want to be fluent in version control, Git, CI/CD pipelines, infrastructure as code, containerization with Docker, code platforms like GCP, AWS, and/or Azure. If you're looking to move into DevOps or cloud engineering, the good news is this: you don't need permission to start. Most of the tools used by professionals are available to you right now. We'll start with Docker. Containers are foundational to modern DevOps. They let you package applications consistently across environments. If you understand Docker, you understand how modern software actually ships. Let's talk cloud. My personal favorite is GCP, Google Cloud Platform, or simply Google Cloud. But don't worry, I promise I'm still an agnostic architect. Every cloud has strengths, and DevOps engineers should understand all of them. Amazon Web Services, or simply AWS, is still the most widely adopted cloud platform in the world, and you'll see it everywhere in job descriptions. Microsoft's Azure, or simply Azure, plays a huge role in enterprise environments, especially where Windows, Active Directory, and Microsoft tooling are already embedded. The key takeaway? Cloud skills transfer. Remember, concepts matter more than vendors. Now, once you're working across clouds, you need infrastructure as code, and that's where Terraform comes in. Terraform lets you define, version, and automate infrastructure across providers. If you're just getting started, HashiCorp even offers a Terraform sandbox where you can experiment safely. This is one of the best ways to get started without breaking anything. I also want to talk briefly about certifications and credentials because they matter in DevOps for developers and operators. This is my Credly profile, where I showcase technical certifications and cloud credentials. These help employers validate your skills quickly. And yes, time is approaching for me to renew my GCP Professional Cloud Architect certification. So here's the official study guide if you want to see what that level of knowledge looks like. Not all credentials expire though. Platforms like Incredible power badges like the Snowflake Gen AI hands-on lab badge I earned at Snowflake World Tour 2024. Some achievements stick with you forever, and they can tell a story about your journey. DevOps careers aren't about memorizing tools. They're about understanding systems, collaboration, and continuous improvement. Start small, build momentum, and remember, everyone here once had a first pipeline. Let's keep building and get started together. Here's your starter roadmap. First and foremost, learn Git and GitHub fluently. From there, master one CI/CD tool, pick a cloud platform and learn to deploy to it, then try containerization with Docker, and finally explore infrastructure as code with Terraform. In the next episode, we dig deeper into one of those areas, security, because DevOps without DevSecOps is just asking for trouble. Until then, I'm Raheem Kareem, and remember, your tools are powerful, but your curiosity is what levels you up.